Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to another installment of Scout Selections here for Tuesday, September 3rd. Before we get into today's play of the day, we'll quickly recap what happened yesterday. We picked up a very nice and easy winner with the Los Angeles Dodgers over 5.5 on the team total, and they ended up scoring, I believe it was 16 runs. We ended up cashing that by the end of the second inning as we pretty much faded Peter Lambert, particularly as he has been terrible in his last couple of starts since the All-Star break. And the Dodgers absolutely destroyed him. The wind blowing out definitely helped, as Jock Peterson had 2 home runs in the first 3 innings of the game. But overall, definitely a good start to the week with the Dodgers on the team total over 5.5. We got that at plus 105. So if you were able to bet that on the same line as 5 dimes, you were able to get 1.05 units, which is definitely a good start. Now, I know that the title might look a little bit confusing because it's the same exact game as yesterday, but you're actually going to dive right back in on Tuesday's card here with the same matchup between the Rockies and the Dodgers. And for this game, we are actually going to be taking the over 10, which is available at minus 105 at 5 dimes at time of recording of Tuesday, September 3rd, or roughly 12:20 p.m. And in terms of this pitching matchup, you have Chichi Gonzalez versus Julio Uranes, or Urias, I should say. And Chichi Gonzalez has somehow managed to be even worse than Lambert has been over his last couple of starts. Chichi Gonzalez so far this season is 0-6 with an 8.07 ERA. His last start, he went 2/3 of an inning and gave up 7 runs. Just to go through all the stats here that show how bad he's been. On the road this season, he's 0-4 with a 6.92 ERA. In night games, he's 0-6 with an 8.24 ERA. Since the All-Star break, he's 0-5 with an 8.78 ERA. And even against the Dodgers, he's got a 6.75 ERA. So overall, definitely one of the worst pitchers in baseball in terms of the season. I think he should struggle. The wind is also going to be blowing out once again to right center field. A little bit, I'd say not as heavy as it was yesterday. Yesterday was like 7 miles an hour. Today is roughly 5 miles an hour. But either or, the Dodgers scored 16 runs. The Rockies scored 9 runs. Wind is still blowing out. I expect Chichi to give up at least 7 to 8 runs in this game. You could take the team total if you want, but personally, I think there's a little bit too much juice on that. Overall, though, pitching for the Dodgers will be Julio Urias. And it is worth mentioning that even though he has a 2.53 ERA, he is going to be making his first start in roughly a couple of weeks as he had to deal with a suspension due to domestic violence. He's officially back now. He has 6 starts this season with 27 appearances. It is likely that he will be pitching roughly 2 or 3 innings as an opener before the Dodgers open it up to the rest of their bullpen. In terms of his numbers, though, against the Rockies, they are not good whatsoever. If you've looked at his numbers against Colorado this season, he has pitched 9 1/3 innings, and he has a 4.82 ERA. Doesn't sound that bad. However, when you look at his actual stats against individual batters from the Rockies, it is absolutely terrible. In 51 at-bats, the Rockies are batting .353 against him and have an on-base percentage of .431. Overall, I think this line's too low. Both lineups scored over 9 runs yesterday, or at least 9 runs, I should say. And with Urias on the mound, who's pitching from an added layoff due to a suspension, I question how sharp he will be and how many pitches they will allow him to throw before he ends up they end up pulling him for the rest of the bullpen. Meanwhile, Chichi Gonzalez is, I don't even know how he's still in the majors, to be honest. And I expect the Dodgers to kill him once again after scoring 16 runs in the first game of this series. Rockies as a whole, though, their pitching staff has been absolutely terrible over the last week or so. And looking through the last couple of weeks, the Rockies have actually combined for over 10 runs in 6 of their last 7 games. So this total might seem a little bit high. I don't think it's high enough. I think it should be somewhere in the realm of 11 or 12. I know that this line opened up at 9.5. It's been bet up to 10. I'd recommend taking it now, as this line should continue to climb. But the play of the day for Tuesday, September 3rd, will be on the Colorado Rockies and the Los Angeles Dodgers over 10, which is available at minus 105 on 5 dimes. Now, in terms of the rest of the betting card here, lean to the over 9.5 with the Padres versus the Diamondbacks. Both teams combined for about 20 runs yesterday. Now you have the Padres have a pitcher named Bolanos, who will be making his first MLB start. He's never even pitched in AAA before. He was in Single A, then went to Double A. Now he's being called up to the majors. He was okay in Double A, but he did have a 4.23 ERA, and the Diamondbacks did just score double-digit runs yesterday. Plus, Kelly has not been great whatsoever so far in his last couple of starts, and he also has pretty poor numbers against the Padres in his career. So I question how effective either pitcher will be. I think 9.5 is too low there. Lean to the over on that one. Other than that, lean to the under 9.5 between the Astros and the Brewers. Gave out the lean on the under yesterday until the Brewers actually start hitting, with the exception of Yelich. I definitely am going to keep leaning to the under. Plus, Milwaukee's pitchers have actually still been solid as their starters have given up a combined 6 runs in their last 4 starts. So that's definitely a good sign from the pitching staff, even though their team still cannot hit. I think Greinke will pitch well. He has a lot of experience with Miller Park and a lot of experience against the Brewers batters. So I definitely think that he will pitch well. And Lyles, I think he will pitch well also. So based on that, lean to the under. Other than that, though, lean to the first 5 under between the Mets and the Nationals with DeGrom versus Scherzer. I don't feel like I really need to explain that one. Both bullpens are terrible. Both starters are elite. I'm going to try to get rid of the bullpens as much as possible. Lean to the first 5 under there. Other than that, don't really have any other thoughts on today's card. Overall, though, play of the day will be on the Dodgers and Rockies over 10, which is available at -105 on 5 dimes. Before we conclude today's video, though, quick reminder of our sponsor, PointsBet, all on Sportsbook in New Jersey. A couple of great deals for you, up to 2 risk-free bets up to $1,000. So if you end up betting on any sports and end up losing, you simply get your money back, which is a great promotion as more sportsbooks to use. Quick announcement, though, in terms of this weekend, I've actually just finalized a trip over the weekend to the Parks Casino. So I will be there during the weekend. If anyone is in the area and they want to say hi to me, you can. But I will be there playing poker, watching UFC, betting on some college football. So if you're anywhere near Parks Casino, then you can look me up and I will be there. Other than that, how's it going, Michael? Thanks for joining us. But other than that, though, that's going to over this installment of Scott Selections here for Tuesday, September 3rd. I'm going to look to all of you and your respective bets today. Bye, everyone.